All right. So we shall see if anyone joins us or joins me. Say us, joins me. I am not home. I am in my car. And we'll see if anyone joins us. Let's see. All right. I saw the notification go out. So technically, some people might actually join us, make it here. Let's move this to the front. Actually, let's put this over here. What up, Travis? How you doing this evening? I see Travis here. I'm here early because I'm going to be driving in a little while. Cortel, what's up? How you doing? He said, what up, though? How you doing this evening? Hopefully you can hear me okay. If you can hear me okay, please tell me you can hear me all right. I'm in my car. Maybe I don't need to yell quite like that. If you haven't already, please hit that thumbs up. I'd greatly appreciate it. So I'm in my car because I am not home. Good. Perfect. Thank you very much, Travis. I appreciate you. So I'm not home. I am in Philadelphia currently. I had to attend a funeral today. And I kind of hung out in the city until after traffic died down. That being said, perfect. Says he can hear me fine. That being said, waiting for traffic to die down. It was a homie, like one of the day ones, like for real. But had to wait for traffic to die down, and then I went and saw my father-in-law for a quick second, stopped and got something to eat, and it's now 8 o'clock. I need to charge my car, so I'll be sitting here for probably in half an hour to maybe 45 minutes at least. So I said, well, I can start the live stream or try to start the live stream when I am about to get on the road, or I can talk to you guys for the time that I'm going to charge. So I figured I would set this up and talk to you guys for the time that I'm about to charge. With that being said, I'm going to try and start the charger, and then I have some pizza in the back. Wait till you see how big this pizza is. If you are familiar with Philadelphia, but if you're familiar with where I went to a place called Lorenzo and Sons. All right, so the charger is turning on. I'm going to go and plug the car in, and then I'm going to get my pizza out the back. So I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere, guys. I know you guys can't see me, but I'm in the back right now trying to get my pizza. Oh shoot. Forgot about the text message. Darn it. Alright. Hopefully guys can see me still and hear me. Can you guys see and hear me still? Live chat. Thank you. Travis said, I guess we won't be asking what you're drinking tonight. Well, I won't say lucky for me. I have a flask, but I'm not going to partake. But if you are familiar with Philly and South Street in particular, you might know what this is. This is a slice of pizza, a single slice of pizza from a pizza spot called Lorenzo and Sons. It's my favorite pizza in the city. Hojo, what's up? Cortell says, gee, that's a monster slice. I got it double cut. Normally, so here's the whole slice, right? That's normally the whole slice. I got it double cut to make it easier for me to eat it while I'm sitting in the car. So I'm sorry that I'm about to partake in pizza. I'm about to house up. Looks like you're driving Uber. So no, I'm actually driving myself. I'm in my ID4. I'm in Philadelphia. Let's see. Chachi says, what? Where the hell are we? You are in my car, joining me, having pizza from a pizza spot on South Street in Philadelphia called Lorenzo and Sons. This is my favorite pizza. I am a folder. I am a folder. So, before I left the pizza spot, I added some granulated garlic and some red pepper flakes. The light is super bright, and you can kind of barely see. But if I turn this out, yeah, you can't see anything. So, I know I need a little bit of light. So yes, Travis, I am a folder. Steven says, hey, yo, Dashing Peoples, good evening. What's going on? I know I'm early tonight, so I started saying earlier that I had to come to Philadelphia for a funeral. And after hanging out with one of my friends and then going, I went and hung out with my father-in-law for a quick second and waiting for traffic to die down. It is now 8 o'clock. I had a decision to make. I'm 2 hours from home. I'm like, all right, well, I knew I had to charge my car also. So at that point, I said, all right, I know I need to charge the car. I'm going to be sitting here for a little while. I figured I'd start the live stream early, talk to you guys for a couple of minutes before I take off, and then I can drive home. So we'll see how I feel if I continue the live stream on my drive home, because I have a 2-hour ride. Cortel, I don't eat pork. Steven said, heck yeah, must have extra red pepper flakes on pizza. So I'm bummed. I have water in the trunk, and I didn't get it while I was standing right there when I got my pizza. Russ says, hey, Dash. Hey, Cooking with Steven. What up, Russ? How you doing? One of my good friends that I saw today, his name is Rush. So, I said Rush and not Russ. Nope, don't import. Cordell, yeah, I talk about it every now and again. Russ says I'm about to dive into dry aging. Uh-oh. You're gonna have to let me know the results. I've done some dry aging like once or twice. I'm not patient. Cortell says, all these years watching you and I didn't know that? The more you know. I do mention it from time to time. Typically, when someone says something like, hey, you didn't try that or you didn't do this, So it's a health thing. So I will eat pork from time to time. And when I say time to time, typically I can count on 1 or 2 fingers how many times I have pork in a year, usually. And it's gotten to the point now where, because I don't eat pork, I don't want to be like, oh, I'm gonna eat something. But like when I went on a cruise, we had a chef's table tasting, and at the chef's table tasting, there were items that had pork, pork in them, and I was like, this is I won't say once in a lifetime, but this is a rare opportunity to try these new fancy things. So I ate the pork, but like I said, I can typically count on 2 fingers how many times I have pork in a year, in almost any given year. Team Thonal? What? Chachi says you would be way closer if you didn't have to charge. Well, if I didn't drive like a bat out of hell to get to Philly this morning after dropping off taste test on number 3, then I wouldn't have to charge. I would have probably charged a little earlier. Team. Oh, ethanol. Okay. You know, if you put capitalizations in between the words, it makes reading hashtags much easier, Chachi. And we're early today, so I know Quentin probably won't be on, but he probably would come on and say you're crappy. I can't freaking highlight it. Can't highlight what? Oh, Captain Newbie. He said, howdy, Russ. I hope I spelled your name correctly. Yeah. If you put the @ and start typing in Captain, it should, like, well, then again, I think that only does that when you're on a laptop or a tablet. I don't know. Well, actually, it might be just a laptop. I don't know whether or not it does that when you are on a mobile device. Josh, this is so rude. I know. Oh, and it definitely ain't remote control. It's just battery operated. Batteries included. So I took my glasses off so that I could see the screen, but I'm on a fairly busy street. This is Columbus Boulevard, in South Philly, and it's fairly busy. So there's stuff going on around me, and I'm like, what the hell is that person like? Oh, look, I can show you guys, can't I? Turn, there you go. So that car right there, that one is an Audi, and the person stopped and he jumped out of the car. I don't know what the hell is he doing, but he jumped out of the car. Got in the trunk. So he had something he had to do in the trunk real quick. All right. So I am charging my car. When I got to the charger just now, I had 3% battery life, and it was like 6 miles or 5 miles range. I'm currently at 19%, and I've been here for 10 minutes. Russ has jokes. There's a Mustang flying by. It happens sometimes on a mobile device. It just depends. Oh, I guess you add. All right, so Russ says, you didn't put the batteries in backwards this morning, did you? No, luckily for me, the batteries came pre-installed, and I don't have to put them in. So, but I did charge the car at home. Well, I topped it off at home. Because I knew I was going to be flying up here this morning. So I charged the car to 100%. Travis says, I drive an 18-wheeler, though. Philly, I drive an 18-wheeler through Philly a few times. You can have that place. Chachi, for me to get enough to get home, it'll probably take about a half an hour. It's charging kind of slow right now. because it's cold. Like under 60 degrees, it takes a little longer. It slows down. Plus, I also wasn't driving hard enough to warm up the batteries, to precondition the batteries. So it's not charging as fast as it could. I'm going to say some things that probably won't mean very much to anyone, except for those who know or speak electricity. My car is currently charging at 77 kilowatts, which is putting 4 miles right now, as told by the screen here, 4 miles each minute I'm gaining that I charge. At the state of charge that I was at when I was down to 3%, and so under 20%, I should have been able to charge at the fullest charging capacity, which is 137 kilowatts. But that's not the case. So charging slower. So what would typically, or what should have probably taken me about 30 minutes will take me about 45 minutes to get to 80% because it's charging slow. Maybe we should start a battery swap pit. We can make millions. So, Russ, there is a I'm gonna say, oddly enough, there is a, I'm gonna say company, but there's a place in Europe that does that. What you do is you basically you drive into a specific like a parking pad, and the vehicle goes into the parking pad, and then it lines it up, does whatever, and then there's a tray that comes out from the bottom, and it removes the battery, takes it out, takes in another battery, a charged pack, and then reinserts it into the car. There is that technology already. And then also, I saw something recently where there are scooters somewhere, and I don't remember where it was, but scooters somewhere in Asia, and the whole thing is they're like electric scooters, and what they do is they have a bank of batteries, and you take the battery out of your scooter, put it into your bank to charge, and then take a full battery and put it back into the scooter you're driving, and you drive off. So I thought that was pretty cool. Here's the question: does it have like fast charge? So it does. So I'm charging fast right now. So me charging from 3% where I got here, and it'll probably get to in the 70 percentile as far as the battery percentage in about a half an hour. If I were home, so let's just say, again, basically I'm charging 10 times faster than I would if I was charging at home. Right now I'm charging at 78 kilowatts. At home, I charge at like 7.5, so 7.5 kilowatts per hour, right? So the battery pack in the car is 77 kilowatts. So if I sat here for an hour, I would basically be able to get to I would be able to get to my 100%. But what happens is the charge curve, it like goes up and ramps up, and then as the pack gets charged, it slows down. So it doesn't charge at that same speed the entire time. Russ says I'm always a day late and $1 short, but it's a fantastic idea, Russ. The whole thing is like it's I won't say it's costly, but that there's costs involved with it. I'm charging on Columbus Boulevard, South Columbus Boulevard. I'm pointing to the comment like you can see it. I was with my man Todd earlier. We sat in the cigar lounge, had a couple twisted teas, and then I went and hung out with my father-in-law for a second. And I stopped at Lorenzo and Sons, had to get some pizza. I'm charging my car. Well, Russ says the battery heats up from charging. Yes, it does get warm, but it's a good thing. The battery has an optimal charging temperature. The closer to the optimal temperature, the faster it'll charge. Because it's warm. Like if it was cold, it's like like spreading butter, I guess. You know, it just it doesn't it doesn't work very well when the battery is cold or if it's too hot. So it has an optimal temperature that it likes. So there are times like if I'm driving the car hard and I pull off the highway and immediately plug it in to charge, it takes a while for the batteries to cool a little bit, and then it'll ramp up and start charging faster. Yeah. Russ said, ooh, Philly pizza, I'm scared. Scared of what? This is the best pizza in the city, dog. I got a whole pizza. It took up the entire trunk. And it's delicious. Russ says, hey, don't forget to hit the thumbs up button. Definitely appreciate you, Russ. So I'm 108 miles away from home in an hour and 45 minutes. At 34% state of charge, and I need to have some sort of buffer because I drive expeditiously, and I'm going to basically use up more charge than it thinks, or more range than it's predicting. I hope you shop at so Smoke Rings and Grill Mart said I hope you stop at Max. This Max is, and I did not. I drove close to where Max's was, but I didn't. Russ says, yeah, Philly. You're scared of Philly for what? And I don't leave the house empty-handed. So Steven says, can you get like a charge pack for the in the middle of nowhere and need to charge? So if I were in the middle of nowhere and need to charge, I would have to do one of two things. I can plug it into a regular wall socket. If I plug it into a regular wall socket, I would get 2 miles of charge per hour. So it would take me a very long time, like if I were to plug it into a regular wall socket. I do carry and keep a level 2 charger, or that charger like I have at home. It's a 240 volt or 220 volt charger, like I have at home in the vehicle, because there are places like, so let's say I found a dryer, okay? Certain plugs I can use to use that level 2 charger. I keep thinking there's something on my face, but it's just a gray hair. And then of course there's level 3 charging. But let's say I'm out in the middle of nowhere and I run out of juice, right? If I were to have a generator with me, I could plug the generator into the cable that I have, start the generator, and use the generator to put energy into the car. That would be my option. Renzo pizza is a planet. Yeah, I got a whole pizza too, because I talked to the missus and I said, yeah, I'm gonna stop and get some pizza. And taste tester number 3 heard, and she said, ooh, pizza. She says, can you please bring us pizza? All right, I guess I'm bringing a whole pizza home to now. So it wasn't my plan. I was just gonna get a piece of pizza and come to the charger, eat my pizza, and call it a day. But no, called the generator in the trunk. Yep, exactly, Russ. Max is too far north from where he is now. Yeah. So when I left from my father-in-law's house, he was off of Broad Street, and then I could have gone south all the way to where Max's was, but I ended up turning off at the boulevard. So that's like, is that Hunting Park? I think that's Hunting Park that I turned off, basically. So that's like, it's a subway stop or two away from where Max's is. But I haven't been to Max's in years. Russ says, Dash, FYI, there's more than one gray hair in your face. Just putting that out there. Thanks, Russ. So the whole thing is, I'm eating pizza and I'm like, having, I can feel, it feels like I have stuff in the corner of my face, and obviously I don't like eating while I'm talking to you guys. But see this piece right here? It's just reflecting the light, and it's probably just because of the light. I'm using the light in my car here. I can take these off, and then you can see my eyes a little better. And then, of course, as soon as I take my glasses off, something's going to catch my eye, and I'm like, what is that? So, but I kept thinking it was something, like, from me biting the pizza. Isn't that ironic? A gas generator to charge your electric car. I mean, not really. If I'm in a pinch, I'm in a pinch, man. Either that or I have to call a tow truck, which I've had to do before. I feel you. Russ said, I feel you. I have a rotting mustache. Yeah, it's just like, you feel like there's something on your face. What up, Bumpy? Bumpy, I'm gonna send you some pictures. I had 2 cigars earlier, and I know you appreciate it. I almost sent you the pictures earlier, but I was in good company, and I'm like, sometimes I try to live in the moment and not be on my phone when I'm in company. But first time going to a cigar lounge. Well, technically not really, because I went to a cigar lounge when I was on vacation. But I went to a cigar lounge with my homie. Had 2 sticks and some twisted teas. My homie that passed away, it was what he drank. He drank twisted teas, so we drank twisted teas. I'll say in his honor, but yeah. And Russ, oh no, Adrenaline Turkey Call. I think you asked about. Always keep it with me. David, what's up? David said, "What's up, Dash and barbecue crew?" Sheesh, that was difficult. Todd said, "I'm glad you liked the joint." Oh, I did, definitely. I had a good time. It was nice. It's chill. But yo, Todd, did you peep? Marcus is funny. So did you peep? When that old head came in, how you flipped the music to the jazz? Cause we was vibing. I was like, yo. I was vibing, and all of a sudden, my man put on the Coltrane and man. But it was cool because it was good, good jazz. But we was listening to like 90s hip hop. And dude switched it up on us. All right, so now I'm charging at 79 kilowatts now. Hopefully everything's all right. Bumpy said, yeah, definitely send me the pics. I could use the stick right now. What spot did you go to? So it's a spot outside of Philadelphia. It's in Glenside, Pennsylvania. I can't remember the name of the place, honestly. It's like classic. Hold on. Excuse me. Let me see if I can find the name of the place. Oh, Vintage Cigar Room. It's in Glenside. Vintage Cigar Room is the name of the place. No, it was pretty chill. Russ says, smash those thumbs, please, if you haven't already hit that thumbs up button. Yeah, Todd said I did. He a member, so he had priority. Yeah, man. I definitely. I was like, yo. So what's crazy is we were sitting in the lounge for a good hour, maybe, and we drank a couple twisted teas, and we smoked our first cigar. So we were in there for a while, and the guy who was, the attendant, right? He was playing music for us, right? So he's like DJing, and we're talking about different music, and we're talking about football, talking about music, talking about the newscasters, the news, everything like that. And we're like rocking out, we're banging like 90s hip hop, early 90s hip hop, right? And chilling. Then my man gets a phone call. He goes to the bathroom, he comes back, and there's another patron is there. When the other patron got there, my man changed the music. We was going to town with the with the hip hop, and this other guy, he comes in and he puts on jazz, and it's like, again, I don't have a problem with that because I have a little bit of culture. Uh, I have a little bit of culture, and so we could appreciate the fact that we're not just sitting there in silence. But yeah. But Todd said he did notice that he's a member, so he had priority, and that's fine. Travis said, I'm just messing with you. I burn around 70 gallons of diesel a day, so at least someone is trying. Yeah. Where am I heading? I'm headed back home. So, blind man, I'm sorry you didn't hear what I was doing and where I am. I'm currently in Philadelphia. I had to attend a funeral today, and after the funeral, hung out with a couple of my friends, and then went and hung out with one of my friends specifically. We went to a cigar bar, had a couple drinks, and excuse me. Then I went and saw my father-in-law. By the time all of that is said and done, it is now 8:30. But and I've been charging here for 28 minutes, and I'm at 54%. So I'm going to stop the charger in a moment. If Marcus will stop texting me, Marcus, get on the live stream. Then you would know that I'm doing a live stream, and you can't text me right now. I normally have my phone set up to do not disturb, but the do not disturb doesn't come on until like 8:30 or excuse me, like 8:45. But of course, I'm sitting here early. So because I am um because the charger's not charging as fast as I would like it to, I'm gonna have to unplug my car and plug it back in, which is fine. So I'll sit here for an hour, and I might get closer to 100% charge, and then I'll drive home, and I won't have to worry about stopping or anything. So I'm at 55% currently, state of charge. It's 108 miles home. I have 109 miles indicated, and I know that when I drive home, because I don't drive slow, I'm not going to get 109 miles. Yeah, Taj said the place is called Vintage Lounge. So, blind man, I'm headed back home from Philadelphia. I'm in South Philly right now, about to. Uh, Newark is not that. I want to say it's not that close, but you're a little more than halfway to Philly. Bumpy said, me and the wife might be in Philly this weekend. We have a wedding to attend in Newark. And here's the thing. So, here, Baltimore's down here. Oh, hold on one second, guys. I got to unplug my car and plug it back in. So, give me a second. So let me do this real quick. Baltimore's down here. Newark is like here. Philly is here. And where I was is on the top side of the city. It's north of Philadelphia. Technically, it's north of Philadelphia. So, but Philly is weird. If you're looking at a map of Philly, and you know how you have like the head, Glenside is over here where the hat is. So hold on one second. Let me unplug the car and plug it back in. I'll be right back. All right, so I'm back in the car. Perfect. Let's see. Thank you. Messages. Perfect. All right. So, further we'll get on this next 30 minutes. Let's see. Make sure everything's good. Can you guys live chat? There we go. All right. Let's see. Oh yeah, Miles Davis and John Coltrane, who the guy was playing, the attendant. All right. So Alton said, oh, hold on, golly, why? Oh, it's messages. Alton says, sorry you had a funeral today, bro. I mean, it's crazy. So my friend was 46, and he had a massive heart attack. Well, he had a heart attack. He had a heart attack. Chachi says you're 30 minutes behind. No, I'm 30 minutes ahead of schedule, if you were, I guess. All right, so I'm going to, there's 90%. It says it'll take, all right. So I'm going to charge to just under 100% because I'm sitting here for another half an hour. I'm going to just maximize the charging session. Blind man, thank you. Quick, somebody start the car. You can't start the car when I'm not in it. Plus, you can't drive it when when it's plugged in. Alan says, shh, here you come. Is that a 350? I can't see. Couldn't see the little triangle in the back to tell if it was a 350 or 370. That looked newer. That was a 370Z. Why is this phone going off so much? Okay, so Chachi, what happens is when I start a charging session, I get a text message. When I stop a charging session, I get 2 text messages. The one is basically saying, hey, your charging session is done. Unplug your car. And the other one said, when I finally unplug my car, it says, here is your session, I'll say results, but here's your session summary. That's what it is. So that's why. But my phone goes off like this all the time. I get group chat messages from the range, the folks talking at the range, emails that I have going. You know, of course, I have my business account, multiple personal email accounts, a family email account. I have the email for taste tester number 2 on my phone as well, so I can monitor his email, making sure that, you know, just trying to be a decent parent and monitor what's going on, as well as other notifications, like, you know, anybody else that, like, text messages. Like today alone, I got a text message from Harbor Freight, I think Duluth Trading, Sticker Mule, and there was somebody else I got a random text message from today. But yes, so my phone goes off all the time. My man Taj, my homie Taj, that I was at the cigar bar, I had my phone sitting on the couch between us, or the table between us, and oh, actually, that was at lunch. So earlier today, I had my phone sitting on the bench where I was, and he's like, "Is that my phone?" And I'm like, "Nah, it's mine. I know it's my phone because I had it on vibrate, so it was vibrating basically the bench I was sitting on." Yeah. See what I mean about rowdy? Yeah. What you charging that now? 65 kilowatts. So it slows down, and I'm at 64% state of charge. So what ends up happening is, you know how your cell phone, if your cell phone is like dead, it can charge from like dead to, let's say, 50% in like 20 minutes. But then from that 50% to 100%, it might take another hour. Same thing happens in the car. The charging curve is like it shoots up, but it shoots up and it's at its peak from under like 30%, and then once it hits the 30%, it starts to ramp down. But it ramps down to a lower number. It ramps down to a number higher than the 70 uh, 78 kilowatts that I was getting. So basically it kept charging at that 78 kilowatts until it got to a point where it needed to ramp down to slow down under the 78 kilowatts. So now at 60% is when it slowed down. So I'm now charging at 64 kilowatts. And then as it gets deeper into the pack, it'll slow down even more. Our lunacy queuing. All right, what's up? He says, what's up, guys? What's up, Alton, Steven? Neil says, good evening, my friends. Hello. Chachi, I guess I'm putting him to sleep. My bad. I'm sorry. You know, this is kind of I won't say the topic of discussion, but this is what I can talk about since I'm sitting here, charging my car, eating. I'm going to finish the last of my cold pizza. It was delicious. What happens if you try to charge at a cobalt mine? I don't know. There are no cobalt mines near me, luckily. Sorry, were you talking about something lame? I love Chachi. Jermichael says this pet master heavy from Majestic Eats and was wondering what I should charge smoking a brisket for a customer. They provide it. First and foremost, I don't smoke meat that people give me. I don't know that I want to be able to have 100% QC quality control over that brisket. It's my alarm to tell me it's 8:45 and start the live stream or get ready for the live stream. So I don't smoke briskets for people that I don't buy because the cost of the brisket for me to cook it for them includes me purchasing the brisket. If they give you the brisket, you're going to have to charge them way more money than they're going to think is acceptable. So let's say right now I'm charging $25 per pound for brisket, right? If I were to smoke a whole brisket, I'm going to buy a brisket that is about 15 pounds. Therefore, I would have a yield of about 8 pounds, and hence the $200 for a whole brisket. I cannot rightfully say I'm going to charge $200 for a brisket that they provide me or that I'm providing. It just doesn't work out that way. And I would say you shouldn't cook food for people that provide it for you, because you don't know what type of brisket that's going to be. You don't know the grade of that brisket. You don't know whether or not that brisket was discounted and you cut into that package and it's rancid. So no, I don't smoke meat for anyone. No. Look, Alton says the same thing. Definitely not a good practice to smoke meats people give you. He said, don't do it. Jermichael said, okay, say less. What if he knew the cow? That might be a little different. But the thing is, if you're getting a cow butchered, then typically you probably have, like an N on it or something. Alton, the difference between what you can buy briskets for and what I can buy briskets for is drastic. I don't sell $200 for a brisket. He said, good Lord, how much if you just sprinkle some brisket rub in my hand? It's funny. I'm gonna say you say that. So my homie that we buried today, his nickname was Pookie Brown. And Pookie's nickname came from a Chris Rock set when he talked about how there's always one white boy that hangs out with a couple black brothers, a couple brothers. And he said what ends up happening, they were talking about nicknames or something like that, and he was saying that they end up calling him Pookie Brown. So that was my friend's nickname, and we called him Pookie Brown. Like I was introduced to him, he was Pookie. And I won't say I just heard the entire origin story today, but I did. And I won't say I never questioned it, why his nickname was Pookie or why we called him Pookie. He was just Pookie, you know. Somebody has a nickname, that's just who they are. I have plenty of friends that I did not know their government names until they got married. That's crazy. I'm like, yeah, we're going to, you know, whoever's wedding, right? I'm like, yo, I know we got a wedding to go to. Talking to my wife, I'm like, we got a wedding to go to. Whose wedding? I'm like, this person. Well, we got an invitation for this person and this person. Who the hell is that? Then I look at the damn picture and it's like, oh, ooh, whoa. I never knew that was their name. So, or you ever have friends that you don't know their last names? You only know them by their first name? Yeah, those are the best friends. Well, understandable, and that's what I told them. Appreciate it. No problem, Jermichael. Travis said, Russ, he may have been a good cow. Things have gone back up also. Yeah, Bumpy says wings have gone back up also. I saw wings were like under $2. They're closer to $3 now. Michael, thank you, man. I appreciate it. I like Knucklehead. I still remember her, man. Yeah, actually, I owe her a call. I was at the range the other day, and a girl came in, and her name was the same as Knucklehead's. And I said, "Oh man, I have a friend who's, you know, that's her name too." And I said, "But she, you know, of course, spells it differently than the way this woman spelled her name." But I said, "You know what? I'm gonna call her. I'm gonna reach out to her because this is a good reminder." Says I think last time I looked, prime brisket prices for $3. Prime brisket $3. Elton, prime brisket is $5 per pound here. $5 per pound from Sam's. A choice brisket is $4 per pound. And you talking about prime briskets for $3? Dog, you are I'll say out of touch. That is, yeah. This is one of those things where people ask me all the time, how much should I charge for this, or how much do I need for that? And I'm like, you gotta charge accordingly to what your market will bear. If you can afford, or not afford, if your customers, the people who are patronizing you, can afford to spend X number of dollars on a brisket, then, and they're willing to pay it, then charge them that. Don't undercut yourself just because, but don't price yourself out either. Papa Larry says, "Good evening, Dash. Sorry for your loss, bro. I was like that. I was that white guy as well. Well, you know, you could be honorary Pookie, because I mean, we all got one in the crew. And you know what's funny? There is always that white guy, but I've also been the token black guy too. So I'm gonna say it goes both ways, but you know, it happens." Alton said $3.99. Still, that's $4 for prime brisket. Prime brisket here is $5. That's 20%. That's 20%, right? That, yeah. Still more expensive. Steven says, Alton, I'm assuming that's a good price. After all, you're living in Texas. Yeah, bro, I have been binge watching Smart Pizza Making podcasts on YouTube. Anyone binge anything lately? What did I binge watch? I watched some. I started watching Royal Pains again. I used to watch it, you know, way back when, and I started watching it again. But the problem is, I really only watch TV on the weekends. I watch YouTube during the week, So on a Saturday Saturday, some evenings I will watch TV and, but other than that, I don't watch a lot of TV. Michael says it's $6 where he is. Blind man Alton is in Texas. He's just north of Austin. Coming a lot of asado cooking. Oh, consuming. Alton says, I'm consuming a lot of asado cooking, starting to ramp up open fire cooking here. Nice. Alton, I owe you a text message. I haven't hit you up in a minute to kind of catch you up. I'm gonna say I got a surprise for you, but yeah, I'll shoot you a message probably tomorrow or Friday, just to catch up. Travis says brisket prices are pretty crazy here in Louisiana. I just found a sale for $2.97 for choice, so we're gonna go look at them and probably buy a dozen. Got a lot of cooking coming up. Nice. Papa Larry said they call me white chocolate. I'm gonna leave that alone. I'm gonna leave it alone. All right. So I've charged for an additional 16 minutes and I'm at 81%. So I have the range, or 82% now, I just clicked over. I have the range of 159 miles. So I have plenty of charge to get home. That's a 50-mile buffer, which I'll probably use 40 miles of that 50-mile buffer driving the way that I drive. Yeah. But I'm sitting here. I'm say might as well say take advantage. But so I'm at 82%, and the charging rate is dropped down to 58%. So as it gets closer to 90%, it'll drop down even further and probably be closer to like 40, 45. So, Russ, to answer your question. Water. Drink some water. So, my homie, I call him Pookie Brown. So I wore this shirt, with some black and some brown in it. It was real thoughtful because they called him Pookie Brown. That was his nickname, Pookie Brown. So we just left it as that. We typically just called him Pookie. Russ says, I think St. Patrick's Day drives up the price. St. Patrick's Day will drive up the price of like corned beef brisket. But St. Patrick's Day is over. And also the price hike should be over. Livy P. She says, hello. Be mindful. Same kind of meat though. Yeah, but you think that they're diverting like what would be normal brisket to... Yep, I already knew it. So Livy P, you kind of like one or two messages and that kind of, chill. But yeah, I guess you might be right, Russ. The demand for corned beef brisket diverts regular briskets, and therefore the supply goes different. I already knew where that was going. Alton, I try. Sometimes Alton, I try. Go ahead and just remove her. Oh no, deleted message. Delete it. Yeah. So the whole thing is I try to be nice to people and I don't assume the worst. But when when I saw that she got a response, or he got a response, it was like, ooh, 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 ooh. I'm like, oh, here we go. So, but thank you, Alton. I definitely appreciate you. Comrade said I found a couple prime packers for $2.99 at Sam's Club here in Minnesota a few weeks back. Nice. Excuse me. That's what's up. That's always a good deal when you can get a good deal. I actually did a brisket. Well, we'll be doing a brisket. I got this brisket from Sam's a couple days ago, and I'm cool with the meat manager. And I was like, hey, these briskets are really expensive, you know. She said, oh no, that one. She said that one is messed up. The cryovac, and the cryovac was messed up. She said usually we have to return these. She said, but do you want it? I was like, sure. So she gave me a discount on that one, but that never ever happens. I have tinkering. I've been tinkering with Korean style short ribs, which are fantastic. Bulgogi type short ribs are just like a. I'm gonna say I don't know what else. I'm gonna say a specific style, but beef short ribs, fantastic. Russ says $4.99 and $5.99 a pound here in Jersey for choice and prime briskets. Yes, Alton. That's what I'm saying. That's like double almost Alton's price. And he wonders why I'm charging $200 and I should be charging more for a whole brisket, as per Restaurant Depot. Yeah. Alton says, bro, the flanking ribs marinated in Bashan's Japanese barbecue sauce is the shit. Bumpy said, I did a jerk and a barbecue flavor. All right. Man, I remember doing some beef short ribs on the Big Green Egg a long time ago. They were so damn good. They were so good. I think I called them like sticky beef ribs on the, I don't know. But they were sticky short ribs or something like that. But they were good. Jimmy says, what's up? Oh, see, Jimmy just got here. So Jimmy, I was, I'm sure I'll have to keep saying this over and over. I was in Philly, or I'm still in Philly. And as opposed to me, starting the live stream from the road, I started the live stream early while I knew I could talk to you guys while I'm charging my car. So, yeah. Joey, what up, man? He said, dang, bro, where's the GoFundMe for your lighting? I'm in my car right now, Joey. Damn, son. How about you say hello, Joey? How about you be like, hey, man, how's it going? It's been a while. Happy New Year. All those things. You're just going to come right from my throat. Like, as soon as you... Nah, man, come on, Joey. Dang. Jermichael says, good chatting and safe travels home. Thank you. The hook up them flanking ribs and get a little sticky rice on the side, and my A1C will rise. Yeah, buddy. Shoot. I know oh too well. Man, I had to get back on the bandwagon. I had an issue getting my meds for a point in time, and man, I'm like, yo, I don't even want to know what my A1C was. So I was like, yo, I can't get the medicine. There's no sense in me wasting the the G8 monitor. I was like, or G7 monitor. I was like, nope, I can't do it. Well, yeah, but I had to get back right. So speaking of, yep, there we go. I won't say I knew where that was going, but yeah, man. Last time I checked, it was, I won't say back up to, it was like 7.5, 7.8 was the last one I had. And that was, like I said, after I had an issue. I couldn't get my shoot. I couldn't get not Trulicity. I switched from Trulicity like once a week injection to one of the ones that the folks were using for weight loss. So I couldn't get my medicine, and it took like almost 2 months for me to be able to get the medicine. And now I have it, and I'm back working, so it was good. Don't tell Quentin you use the big green egg. Oh no, he likes when I use the big green egg. He basically wants me to only use the big green egg, and I'm like, I have other cookers. Joey's funny. He says, "Hello, Sir Dash Brother." Skeleton Cruise is going live at the charger. That's what's up. Yeah. So I mean, I'm sitting here. I'm gonna say I'm a captive audience, but I mean, I'm sitting here, and I've been here for another 25 minutes. So I have 5 more minutes. So the reason why, and I didn't explain this, the reason why I plugged in my car and unplugged my car is Electrify America, or Volkswagen, has an agreement with Electrify America, so I can charge my car for 30-minute sessions. So you would think they would be like, oh, you can charge your car to a percentage. No, or charge your car until you're done. No, they limit the amount of time you can spend on the charger. If I spend more than 30 minutes, and it's 30 minutes and like 30 seconds, if I spend more than 30 minutes on a charger, I then have to pay the rate, the rate for charging. Ask me how I know. So what I end up doing is, if I need to charge deeper into the pack, I need to charge more, you unplug the car, stop the session, start a new session. You would not believe how many people don't know that or wouldn't think to do that. I've charged up and down the East Coast, and like when I've gone on major road trips and I see people charging, I'm like, why are you still have your car plugged in at 45 minutes? Like, you're paying. And they're like, yeah, well, you get 30 minutes free. And I'm like, yeah, so just unplug the car and plug it back in. And they're like, you can do that? Yes. If it didn't stop you, if it doesn't stop you, then yes. Oh my God, I never knew I could do that. It says you get a 30-minute session. 30 minutes is up. I'm going to unplug the car, reset the thing, the charger, plug it back in. You know what they say about common sense. Jimmy says, this is way too dark to use as background. Yeah, man. Comrade says, it's been a minute since I've been able to drop in. What kind of vehicle are you charging? I think you had a Passat and a van, if I'm not mistaken. So I do have the Passat still, and I do have the van. Those are both diesel. I am currently charging my Volkswagen ID4. Oh, shoot. And because I'm sitting in the car and I said that, the little assistant thing popped up like, how can I help you? It's kind of like saying Ozempic. It was Ozempic. I couldn't get it for a while. Like, every time I would go, because of the dosage I was on, which is crazy. So it seemed like whatever the dosage I was on is the higher of the 2 or 3 dosages. And what they seem to have done was divert the dosages from the higher dose to the lesser dose so that people could use it to lose weight. And when I say I was in Walmart once a week, like, yo, has it come in yet? Where's my medicine? They're like, we're sorry, Mr. Dash, it hasn't come in, or we haven't gotten it. Or there are people who've been waiting longer than you. They got theirs first. Like, crazy. Travis says, by the way, I've been digging the short videos that's been coming across my feed from you. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. I have another one coming out, next Monday. So I've kind of decided, but I've kind of said that I'm going to try and do a short video on Monday, the live streams on Wednesday, and then a video on Thursday. Trying to to get back into the algorithm's good graces. So give me a second. I'm gonna go unplug the car, and I guess maybe I'll keep talking on the road. Oh man. All right. So got a text message, of course, that another one that says, here's the summary of your session. All right. So I'm gonna park my car here for a second because I want to show you guys the charging station. There you go. So, and this lady who was sitting here was waiting for me to finish. I didn't really notice that she was there, but she just pulled in, and there are 3 other folks. So that guy looks like he's done, and I need to leave. Oh, excuse me. I'm going to set my map. Home, Jeeves. Start. And exit the parking lot. Alright, so I guess
take the next right onto South Christopher Columbus Boulevard.
Yeah. I'm still here, so I'm guessing if I can see the comments as they come up, I will try and respond and kind of go from there.
In a quarter mile, turn right onto East Morris Street.
Let's mute that because I don't need the directions. Would you like to borrow a Viagra? No, thank you. I see your Ozempic and raise you a booster. Yeah. Victor! What's up, Victor? How you doing this evening? So I am headed home from Philadelphia. I am on South Columbus Boulevard. I'm about to hit 95, so let me try and clean up the windshield for you guys. It looked a little dirty. Sometimes I try not to use the windshield wipers and clean the windshield because 1, it just looks worse, and 2, I just try to wait for it to rain, and then the rain is like the best thing to clean the your windshield. Victor, how you doing? KB says hello, peeps. KB in the house. What's up, man? Russ says, hey, here's your reminder. Smash that like button. All right, so I guess at this point, I'm going to talk about, we're going to navigate and drive home. Wow, that's a car wash vacuums. There we go. So I'm going south on 95. You can't see that sign, but I can see it. Oh, there's a bigger sign in front of me. South 95 to East 76, the Walt Whitman Bridge, Philadelphia, or towards the Philadelphia International Airport. So I'm headed south. You cracked the charger code. Skeleton Crew says, nah, man, I won't say there's a code to be cracked. I mean, I know how to do it. Ford diesel, no wonder he went electric. Thanks, Russ. I appreciate it. If you were here, I will hook you up with Ozempic. Yeah. All right. So I'm driving now, and I'm not stopped at any more lights, and I should be rolling for the next 2 hours or so. So I don't know if you guys want a new toy. No new toy. I don't have a new toy yet. Shoot. I'm just gonna kind of talk about where I'm going and how fast I'm going. All right. So now that I have I'm at 93% state of charge, and I have a range of 177 miles. So I'm driving down 95. This is Interstate 95, and we are in Philadelphia currently still. I am just north of the stadiums. You can kind of see the stadiums over to the right. Come on, dude. You can kind of see the stadiums over to the right, but as we drive a little further, they will become a little clearer. We will drive past Citizens Bank Park as well as Lincoln Financial Field. Come on, man. What are you doing? You're killing me here. Let's get over to the left since there's a mail truck in the way. All right, there is Lincoln Financial Field over on the right. You can see. And Citizens Bank Park over there. That is that big bright light that's kind of drowning everything out. That's Citizens Bank Park. I wish I were able to, or I wish I had someone that could read the comments to me, so I can't see the comments right now. But we are tooling along. So, go Birds. Go Birds. Home of the Philadelphia Eagles. It is kind of windy. I don't know if you can hear the wind noise, but I am getting buffeted around. Yeah. Oh, and also we passed I don't know what that, it used to be the Spectrum, and then it was the Wachovia Center. Not the Spectrum, it used to be the Wachovia Center. I don't know what it's called now, but it's where the Flyers play. It's all right there. And they call it like the sports complex or something along those lines. What do we got? Be your Huckleberry. Let's go. We are rolling. Rolling. His license plate said mailman. Alright. Alright. I guess I can't really read the comments, but how fast do you think I'm going right now? Put the speed down below. Just comment the speed. Travis said 90 miles an hour. Close. But I am, the wind is tossing me about. It looks kind of stable, but I drove. I am driving. The whole thing is that if a message pops up and I can see it, then I can see it. So, but I am just driving. I'm just gonna kind of keep talking as I'm driving. Not a cop car. Did you know that on Ford Explorers you can tell if it's a cop car or not based off of if they have roof racks? If there's no roof racks, it's a cop car, or typically a cop car. God, this guy is rolling with me. Don't you do it. Don't you do it. Why? Why would you do that? No turn signal, just floating into the next lane. Sure. I'm passing the Philadelphia International Airport. It's on my left. There is a little spot coming up that the state troopers like to hide out in. Oh, I'm telling you, slow down a little bit. That guy in that Honda was riding on my tail pretty hard, so I'll let him take the ticket. He wants to drive faster than me right now. Go ahead. Four-wheelers in the bed of that pickup. But the cops usually hang out right about here. There's a median to my left. past it. And that's usually where the cops hang out. Oh, nope, there it is. There's the hangout spot. You guys can hear my turn signals, so you see I'm using my turn signals. Getting pelted by something. I don't know if you can hear that. Thank you to the 16 or 17 of you who are still here, hanging on, watching. I'm driving home. I'm headed south on I-95. Late and I've had a long day, so I'm trying to get home kind of quickly, all while staying under the speed limit. Hey, Travis, you be easy, man. Take care. Thank you for hanging out. Says he drives for a living. That message pops up. He says he don't feel like he's at work. He said, y'all good night. Hey, thanks for hanging out. Excuse me, thanks for hanging out. I will kind of just drive, and if there's anything of note, I will mention it. I gotta catch back up to my Honda. Come on, man. This is like people camped in the left lane. What are you doing? This is when you move. Park in the left lane. Yeah, that was a Pennsylvania State Trooper. You ever thank people for their sacrifice when they get pulled over and it's not you? I did. So I'm driving through Chester, Pennsylvania currently. So over to the right is what's called the Blue Route 476, and I'm staying on I-95 South. I told my mom I was going to stop at her house, but it is now 9:22. I'm going to keep going. I will be coming up on the exit where my mom lives shortly. But if I called my mom and said, Mom, I'm coming through, she gonna say, boy, it's 9:30. Keep on going. Okay. You guys can't see it, but I just passed. There's a huge hospital that I'm passing. It's called Chester Chester. But big hospital in the area. I wish it was during the day. You can see some of the graffiti. There's a lot of awesome graffiti on these overpasses, like that I'm driving under, and it's just really dope artwork. Buffeted around by the wind. It is really windy. Ooh. That was just bumps. Catch my hand and move. It's a nice Audi TT. The third Mark III TT. Right here on my left, or in front of me now. I kind of think that but the headlights are drowning out the brightness on the screen, and you can't see what I can see. Let's collectively wave to my mom. She lives off of exit 1 on 95 in Pennsylvania. Hi. I will call her tomorrow. She actually asked me to call her tomorrow. I talked to her earlier today. She called me and I was with my friends, and she's like, "Oh, I gotta ask you something." So she said, "Call me tomorrow." All right. So I gotta remember to call my mom tomorrow. Alright, so when we left the charging station, it was 108 miles to home, and I had 177 miles of range. I think it was 177 miles. I've driven 20 miles because it shows 88 miles to home, and I'm at 146 miles range. So I'm not very efficient. Welcome to Delaware. So I just crossed into Delaware. So I am off of 95 right now. I'm driving through the Wilmington bypass, which is 495, I believe this is. And 495 takes you closer to the water. I don't know if that's the Delaware Bay. Come on, man, take a drive. But there's train, Amtrak train runs. I don't know if the freight train runs here too, but to my left, there's train tracks. And I say a lot of times, or sometimes when I'm coming up here, I can get passed by like an Amtrak train or like an Acela, and those trains are moving. Why does this person have no lights on? And this person has flashes on. This is when you go around people. Can you guys see that car with no lights on? That one to my left? No lights and a paper plate. Yep, that's not fishing. And that car right there to the left had his hazards on. And we're just going to keep on going. Woo. I don't know if you guys can, like I said, hear this wind, but I'm getting buffeted around. Daytime, and you know, you can see more, but of course, other than just lights, faintly see lights. But Dash, what's up? I can kind of, when the messages pop up, I can kind of see them quickly. It's kind of hard to see it, but on my left there's a, I can't remember if it's like a sewage treatment or if it's a dump, but there's certain times you drive through here, especially during the summer, and it stinks. It stinks. Leads me to believe that it's a water treatment or a sewage treatment. Can't really see it yet, but Wilmington is coming up on my right. I'm driving through Delaware, and this is like a bypass, so we are off, not on the like the path to go through downtown Wilmington, but momentarily we'll see Wilmington pop up on our right. For anyone who's just joining, I'm on my way back from Philadelphia, headed towards home. I'm driving on 95 South. During the first hour or so, I was charging my car and eating pizza. Since I finished charging my car, I'm headed home, and headed home. There is Wilmington, downtown Wilmington at least. Gosh, the winds on the bridge are worse. much worse. If I were in a truck right now, ooh, I'd be all over. Even in my van, I'd probably be all over. I'm getting buffeted like crazy. Jeez. Route 13 rides up and down US Route 13 rides north and south for quite a ways. Are there any moderators still here that can take care of whoever is posting about sending weapons to other countries? I just saw something that said something. Thank you. Appreciate you, Terry. So obviously I'm driving and trying to keep my eyes on the road. But when you post a comment, it pops up and I can see it for a second or so if it catches my eye. And that person commented a bunch. Hence, it caught my attention. Thanks, Terry, again. He said, no problem. All right. This is where I get back onto I-95. So, Interstate 95. And in case you didn't know, Interstate 95 runs all the way from Maine down to Key West. Excuse me. Fun fact, I've been to Key West, but I didn't drive there. I got to Key West on a cruise ship way back when my wife and I were, actually I think it was before we were married. Like there's construction on the northbound side. The traffic is slow. Yeah. It's like almost a standstill over there. All right, so I'm headed south. Baltimore, southbound and down, loaded up in trucking. So we're coming up on Christiana, Delaware. I don't really know what's in Christiana aside from the mall. There's a mall in Christiana and there's Costco. I used to drive down here from time to time from where my mom's house was to go to Christiana Mall because Delaware, Delaware does not have a sales tax. And you drove down here and made a purchase, obviously I'm saving money. So a lot of folks will drive to Delaware. A lot of folks will drive to Delaware to pick things up. There's Sally Mae. Screw that chick. Anyone who's had a student loan, screw Sally Mae. But there's the Sally Mae headquarters. I used to give that building a 1 or a 2 finger salute, depending on how many hands I have on the steering wheel when I drive past there. So there's signs for Christiana over there. Drive over there and I hear a car, but I don't see anything moving fast. License plate is Naudi S3. The only bad thing is oh, there it goes. And we're off. I'm limited on my speed, but I knew he was going to do that. Looks like we got somebody to roll with. Those two are rolling together. It doesn't look like it. So this S3 license plate says Naudi. And he dropped the gear again. Dude, I can't do anything. Bruh, I'm limited. My speed is limited. I'll have to tell him, yo, I top out at a certain mile per hour. I can't do anything, but I hear you. Here, I don't know if you guys can hear him, but we'll probably wait until we go past the easy pass to drop the gear again, or I guess punch it, because it might be automatic and it drops down automatically. But I am limited. My top speed is limited, unfortunately. Pass lane here. You guys have tolls where you drive? I want to say this is pretty common, but once you get past the tolls in the tunnel in Baltimore, there are no other tolls until you get, or there are no other tolls on 95 until you get down into like Central and I I guess it's southern Florida actually. I think it's like closer to Miami. They're tolls or easy pass lanes, which are tolls. Well, easy pass express lanes, if you will. What's that all about? What's what all about, Jimmy? Road dog is coming up on me. Welcome to Maryland. I kind of want to tell him, hey, my speed is limited. You can't go as fast as you can. He's riding me now. That was an Audi e-tron. There's no tolls in Iowa. There is crossing into Nebraska. Nice. Going too fast. Is there such a thing as going too fast? Is there? Oh, that's that little Chevy Hornet thing. Or Cornet? No, Hornet. It's called Hornet. That's not a good sign. Lanes blocked 1,500 feet. Also not a good sign. Center here. So I haven't decided this is a police Ford Explorer. I can't tell yet. That's a North Carolina plate. That's not a cop. Man. Here we're going. Getting sped up on me. He wasn't going. Then he sped up. For riding on a road trip with me. To just get out of this thing. That was weird. Where's my Audi friend? been getting buffeted around by the wind. It said past exit 93. I believe 93 is where there's the Tidings Bridge. So I'm probably gonna have to slow down on the Tidings Bridge. I think the bridge is like a mile, maybe a little less than a mile long, and I can imagine I'm probably gonna get buffeted around pretty good. Mile marker 101, 54 miles until home. Hear the Audi? There's a guy from North Carolina, an Explorer, is driving pretty quickly as well. I don't mind. Saw a sign. Oh, this is the Chesapeake House service area. There's the Maryland House and there's the Chesapeake House. As far as rest areas on 95 north of Baltimore, that are pretty famous. But I can't remember the last time I stopped in one of those rest areas. But I have had to on occasion because of little kids and having to pee. But it has been quite a long time, luckily for me. Riding along in my automobile. About 40 miles north of Baltimore, and I'm showing 48 miles to home, and 49 minutes. So, oh, it's electric screen. I thought I was saying something about electric charging. I was like, ooh. Yep. So we're coming up on that bridge I was talking about, the Tidings Bridge. So as we cross over it, you'll see it's a long span. But I didn't get to read Marlon's full comment, but I saw a comment from Marlon. But I won't say I will slow down. I'm going across the bridge. I'm just gonna use two hands. William E. Tidings Memorial Bridge going across the Susquehanna River. Oh, yes, indeed. Lots of wind. Woo. Wow. License plate NAUDIS3. Naudi S3. Or is it Naudis? I have a friend that has an S3. I wonder if he knows this guy. Alright, we go across the bridge. And I think the bridge is maybe almost a mile long. Tried to look at the mile markers, but it might be almost a mile long. All right, 42 miles home to home. And I have a range of 78 miles. So let's see how far I've driven. Since charge, 63 miles with 2.0 miles per kilowatt hour so far, which is rather inefficient. Usually driving around the city, or when I'm not driving with intent, it'll be 2.5 to 3 miles per kilowatt hour. Stadium in a moment. There it is on the right. That's Calrissian Stadium. That's where the Baltimore Orioles AA team plays. Miles to home, 68 miles of range. Let's check that. 69 miles driven since I charged. Just 52 minutes. Construction. 52 miles, so let's see, 70 miles now since I charged. Still hanging tough at 2 per kilowatt hour, and my average speed has been 80 miles per hour. My average has been 80 miles per hour. Let's see if we can improve that. driving. Highway 24, 2 left lanes closed. Great. Don't move now. Been in the way for too long. Lou, what's going on? He said, what's up, Dash Barbecue fam? There was somebody else. All right. Well, the person said his Taco Bell farts are raging or something or other. Driving is helping. Well, I'm glad I can help. Left lane's closed in a half mile. Just trying to get in front of some of these people who are driving slow. And this is the last one. Got stuck back there. Don't tell Laura. It's all the way another lane. It looks like it. Go around. Go around. Slowing down for it. It's the one on the right. You can do it. You're from New Jersey. You know how this works. Slower traffic, keep right. Why am I having to tell you this? See me here. Okay. I can do that too. Move out the lane. And now you're running in 2 lanes. headed home. You know, I yawned and I'm like, Laura's coming, and I think I said it. I don't know if I said it out loud. Don't tell Laura. But I thought it when I yawned. I'm headed home. I was in Philadelphia. I had a funeral to attend today, and I waited until traffic died down in order to start making my way towards home. And by the time I hung out with some friends, went and saw my father-in-law, I had to charge my car. It was 9 o'clock, and I wanted to do a stream, but I didn't want to leave you guys hanging. So I am here. All right, I have 24 miles before I get home. I'm gonna wrap this up in a second because I can't really read the comments, obviously, because I'm trying to drive. But thanks for hanging out. Those of you who were here during the first early hour, the early bird hour, and were here while I was charging. Shout out to those of you guys who are rewatching this. I really appreciate it. Yeah, definitely appreciate you guys. I am obviously trying to pay attention while I'm talking. You know, talking while driving is not the easiest thing, especially while driving expeditiously. But I guess I'm gonna say final stats. So it's funny, when I left Philadelphia, it was like 108 miles to home, and I had a 177 mile buffer, or 177 miles of range, which gave me like a 70-ish mile buffer. I have 22 miles now to home, and my range is showing 54 miles. So I've dropped my buffer down to, what is that, 30-ish miles? So, yes, those who ask if driving a electric car fast will chew up the battery, or, you know, go through the battery faster, the answer is yes. Yes, it does. So I'm currently getting, I actually slowed down a little bit because of that traffic. I'm getting 2.1 miles per kilowatt hour, and I've driven 83 miles since I charged the car. So there's that. All right, well look, I'm gonna go ahead and end this because, like I said, I'm gonna get back to doing what I have to do. Thank you, Laura. I see your message of condolence. So, all right, guys, I'm going to go ahead and end this. And thanks for rolling with it, brother. Like literally, thanks for rolling with me. So I am just about in Baltimore. We're almost in Baltimore. We're just north of Baltimore. We're in Baltimore County. So this is White Marsh, Middle River. So there's a big Ikea in White Marsh. And in Middle River, there is a drive-in movie theater. It's one of the last in the country. All right, I think that's gonna do it. So thanks again for hanging out with me. I definitely do appreciate it. I'm gonna end this, and hopefully next week we will have a regularly scheduled live stream. So thanks again, and I'm gone.